we've done a couple of games so far, and this is another game which I find really exciting. It's a Viking game and it's an Anglo-Saxon game, and it's called Tafl. Now, this game can be of various sizes, very small, this medium size, and incredibly large. A very small one represents a bar brawl, so they are basically fighting in a very small space. This represents an ambush. So the king's party, which are the white ones, with the king in the middle, he has been ambushed by these dark colours. Now the dark colours, they want to trap the king. They want to trap the king by getting around him. So if the king is surrounded on all four sides, the red ones win. However, the king wants to escape. That's his only ambition. And the king starts off here. He has to make a space to escape through, and then he has to get to one of these king squares all the way around. It's an exciting game because it's asymmetric. Now this is the kind of warfare which was the Anglo-Saxons and the Vikings were engaged in. It is asymmetric, small war bands, and taking advantage of ambushing or quick marches to catch the enemy unprepared. What the red have got to do is keep the king on the battlefield, so they need to block these king squares. At the same time, that's taken 3 moves to get to that position, so the king could easily be starting to manoeuvre his people out. If I do the same again, it takes another 3 turns, in which case the king is out and can start moving towards an exit. These have got to be closed off as quickly as possible. So if we imagine the next moves would be to try and close off this. The king now is in a dangerous situation. He's only got one here which is able to escape through, and this one is almost closed off. So what I'm going to do is he's going to go down there, which prevents the red from blocking him there. The red now recognise something's going on down here, so they need to block it. So this guy's going to come down here, which allows the king to get to there. This is really, really, really important because all games are about options. The more options you have, the more you can do. What the enemy want to do is shut down your options, same in chess, same in drafts. This is a shutting down game and an escaping game. It's the kind of thinking which the British Army had to learn in Afghanistan because they were fighting a different type of battle to the Taliban. The same in history. Sometimes you're fighting battles where you've got equal numbers on either side, which is represented by games like chess. This game represents the Dark Ages and when they were struggling little war bands to survive. One of the really cool facts which comes out of the Dark Ages is that some armies only were 30 men, and that was enough to conquer an entire kingdom. Kingdoms could rise and fall in the efforts of 30 men. I really recommend having a go at this game. It's very easy to make. You don't need beautiful pieces like this, you don't need a beautiful board like this, but I do recommend it because the manufacture is absolutely lovely. These pieces are in fact chess pieces. Now these are copies of the Viking chess set which was found on the Orkneys. So this is the king's piece. You can see his helmet, which is that classic Anglo-Saxon helmet, his shield, his cloak, and his nice long hair. All the pawn pieces are individually carved. So when the Viking carved these, what he did was he made his own pieces. So this guy has a long sword, he has the typical Viking helmet, a Viking beard, long hair, and his cloak. In contrast, this guy has a sword and a shield. So this one's got just the sword, this one's got the shield. These are individually carved pieces. It's really a step back to a different world of handicrafts as opposed to uniform pieces that we have today. Thank you very much. I hope you've enjoyed yourselves, and that's my Viking game.